But was he wrong though? This video is brought to you by the Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. This is the fly shirt on the store. So make sure you visit. Like and subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell so you get notification anytime B Tatum go live. Let's get into this. Mike, mini-me. I need a stepping stool to stand on to talk about my political beliefs. That Mike Bloomberg is under fire, ladies and gentlemen, for what he said on a leaked videotape. So I don't know if it's confirmed or not. I haven't been able to validate if that is actually him. I haven't seen him come out and deny it. I haven't seen any proof that it wasn't him. So I'm just going to go with the premise of saying, if he made this statement, was it true? That's the big thing. People are in their emotional feelings about him saying anything derogatory against African-American people. I get it. I get it. He's white. People don't want to hear white people say nothing bad about black people. But is it true? Are those facts that he's spitting? Now, I'm going to play the video so you guys can hear it for yourself and make your determination. But I'll say that I think, personally, based on my experience as a police officer and also my experiences looking up details, looking up and doing my research and finding facts, that what he said is absolutely true. Now, I'm going to play the video for y'all so y'all can see it. I want y'all to tell me what you think about it. Roll the film.
95% of your murderers and murder victims fit one MO. You can just take the description, Xerox it, and pass it out to all the cops. They are male, minorities, 15 to 21. That's true in New York, it's true in virtually every city. This is one of the unintended consequences is people say, oh my God, you are arresting kids for marijuana, they're all minorities. Yes, that's true. Why? Because we put all the cops in the minority neighborhoods. Yes, that's true. Why do we do it? Because that's where all the crime is.
Now, was it true? Is it true? We're going to dig into that in this video. I literally, because I have to be thorough about what I say, I literally went onto the New York's website, and I'll put the link in the description section. I went onto New York PD's website to look up the crime rates in the city, and they give you every year you want. I decided to go with 2019. I had to literally subscribe to their channel to get the charts that I wanted to break it down into race and crimes and all of the above. When I looked at the stats of 2019, we know that it could have been even worse before, but we're going to look at 2019 with all the stop and frisks that they've abolished in New York. Over half of all the crimes committed in New York are committed by black males. Committed by black males. And they got them separated between black and then black and Hispanic. So we all know that if you're black, you're black. So when you add black and Hispanic to black, it's about 65% of all the crimes committed in New York are committed by black folks. Now let's go with the age. I looked at the age. Almost half, almost the same percentage as black if you don't add the black Hispanic, almost half of all of the crimes are committed by people who are 24 to 44. Now, when you go, I think it was 15 to 25 or something like that, you see 75% of all the crimes being committed by that age group. So from 15 to 44, you see 75% of all the crimes committed in New York City are committed in that age group. So you tell me, was Bloomberg tripping? Now let's look at this too, because he spoke about stop and frisk. We know all the liberals talk about stop and frisk and say it's unjustified. It was targeting black people. As a former police officer, let me break this down for you so people can understand stop and frisk. Just because when you are stopped, they don't find nothing on you, doesn't mean that you're not involved in criminal activity. That doesn't mean that you didn't leave your gun at home today, although you used it yesterday. That doesn't correlate. So what they were doing to negate the stats, and I'll put the stats up here. I'll show a chart in a second. A stats of what happened to the crime rate when stop and frisk was at its all-time high. Crime went down. People were safe. The murder rate dropped when they stopped and frisked. The reason why, similar to what Bloomberg said, is that when they know that you after them, when they know that you're coming and you're stopping them and you're in the neighborhoods, they're not going to have a gun on them. So what do you know? They get savvy and they leave their gun at home. And they don't, then they can't participate in certain crimes. That's why you see the murder rate drop. Before I finish, I'm going to show you the chart. Look at the chart right here. It speaks for itself. Okay, that's enough. You've seen it. Now, this is what I'm going to say. Stop and frisk is a valuable source to stop crime and prevent crime. The reason why I would say the LGBT, the liberals are mad is because it doesn't fit their narrative. They want black people to feel victimized by the government instead of them looking in the mirror on their own issues. Majority of the crime is committed by minorities, specifically black folks. Now, majority of the stop and frisk were black folks. That makes perfect sense. And I think the people want to make the argument and say, well, they stopped them more than whites. It doesn't work like that. The police department goes where there's crime. Just like Bloomberg said in his video, or the leaked tape. They go where crime is at. They don't go where color is at. They go where there's crime. And it'll be a waste of time, energy, and resources. And no police officer want to go somewhere to harass people and they're not going to get anything out of it. See, the problem that people don't want to face up to, that they don't want to acknowledge, is that there's a culture that's in the black community, in minority community, especially the poor communities, a culture of crime, a culture of violence, a culture of gang activity. Those things are culturally acceptable. If you do not believe me, show me a white Chicago. Show me an Asian Chicago. Show me a Hispanic Chicago. Majority of the people who are being killed, are killing or being killed, are black folks in one or two sections of Chicago. All you got to do is show me a white Baltimore where you're seeing people getting murdered, killed every day, every other day, 2 or 3 people a day at some times. There was 82 shootings in Chicago in one weekend. Show me where other races are doing this. Okay, so now that we got that out the way, now that we got the fluff and emotions out the way, we have to dig into the real issues. Now, I really believe that Bloomberg is going to have a real problem with the black community because of what he said. But in reality, it's true. And conservatives want to jump on his case, which I agree with, because we need to play the same game they play against us. If he want to claim he's championing the black community, you're saying disparaging things about black people, that's going to blow up in your face. But in reality, Bloomberg, he gets it. I watched a couple videos and I don't know what he thinks about other political views because I don't even pay attention to him. But when it comes to criminal justice, he gets it. When it comes to being tough on crime, he understands it. And to be honest, Bloomberg is probably the most dangerous candidate to President Trump, given the fact, if he's willing to stand by the things he said. Because if he's willing to stand by the things he said and he's strong, then some people that are conservative may actually vote for him. These other people are all whacked. They're all whacked out. Biden, all these people so whacked out. People in the middle, people who are conservative can never vote for them because of what they stand for. So I don't know, man. I want to know what you guys think, man. I think that Bloomberg made a statement that was rooted in facts. People are not going to like it. People are going to be mad at him, but it is what it is, man. And I'll tell you this before I finish. The only way we're going to be able to combat, fix, make better, be more efficient is if we can admit to what's really going on. We have to be open-minded to admit that we have a problem in minority communities, some of which are because of poverty, some of which is because of lack of education, some of which is culture of violence, culture of not having a father at home, not having positive role models. Those things are factors, not the white man, not slavery, not the government. It's the people needing to have more positive influences and more positive role models and go back to God, go back to the family. All of those things are productive measures that we need to take serious. And if we don't, we're going to focus on being more upset about Bloomberg's statement than the reality of our communities. We'll be more upset about President Trump's rhetoric about some countries or something he said about grabbing women than we are about real accomplishments. That is a problem, ladies and gentlemen. We need to focus on what's real. We need to focus on what's factual. The links are in the description section of the facts that I presented. I put, obviously, the diagrams on the video. Y'all let me know what you think. Is B. Tatum tripping? Is Bloomberg completely off? I don't think so. Appreciate y'all watching the video. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications. Visit the Officer Tatum store. This shirt is hot, ladies and gentlemen. Thousands have got this shirt. Hot. Make sure you visit the store, man. I'll give a discount tonight when I'm live. So make sure you come on when I'm live. If we get 2,000 people watching or so, I may give a discount. I love y'all, man. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.